YouTube. I'm back with another one. Hope y'all are staying safe, practicing social distancing, giving thanks for the things you do have. Today is Tuesday the 19th. I just got off work and I'm riding home now. I'll do a video today about relationships, about love, relationships, how to keep your relationship strong, things that I do in my relationships. Now, I'm not a player type guy. The men in my family, they're not like that. I don't really take advice from my dad when it comes to women. He's got 3 baby mamas. I don't die. I'm a one woman guy. It's been times where I've been a player. I'm 26 now. I ain't got time for all that. I like getting my meals cooked every night. I like getting my back rubbed on, my feet rubbed on if I want that. I like not having to worry about, did this girl sleep with 5 guys last week, all unprotected? So tips, man. Number 1, I guess, would be communication. Very cliche. Very, very cliche. But communication goes a long way. Not only do you want to talk to your partner every day. Hey, babe, how was your day? Good morning. How does your rest? How do you feel about this situation? What are you up to right now? Communicating's good, but the big part of communication is how you communicate. Face to face, you never want to curse at each other in a real conversation. Yeah, if you're joking, oh yeah, effing so-and-so, man, he pissed me the F off today, man. He was doing a bunch of crap, and I was about to slap the S out of him. Okay, that's, that you're not having a real conversation. You're just talking about some stuff that happened. But if it's a real conversation like, hey, XYZ about this important fact in our life, it shouldn't be riddled with curse words, and you should not be yelling or arguing about anything. Yelling and cursing at your significant other is cut it out. If you're doing that with your partner, sit down with her or him and say, hey, I apologize because, lately I've been cursing at you and yelling at you, and I'm sorry. You don't deserve to be spoken to like that from someone who's supposed to love you. And if you are in a conversation and you find your partner starting to yell at you, say, hey baby, we ain't gotta yell at each other right now. Or if she starts to curse or he starts to curse, why you gotta curse at me? Or don't curse at me. And it's not gonna just flip off like that. It's not gonna stop immediately. It's gonna take some time. So you just remind the person, and you sit down with your partner and tell them, hey, I don't think we should be talking to each other like this. If you see me cursing at you, just remind me not to curse. If you see me yelling at you or starting to yell, just remind me not to yell. Because people are like, oh, you're in a relationship, you're gonna argue. Bro, I'm 26 years old. My parents have been married for 30 years. I have never heard my mom and dad curse at each other. I've never heard them yell at each other. I've never heard them have no argument at all, period. My dad, he's just too cool for that. My mom, she's like, they have such a good chemistry to where they know, okay, if I do this, this, and this, it's gonna really make him mad. So maybe I'm not gonna do this because I have to live with this person. So they don't do knick-knack stuff to each other and then make them fly off the handle and start arguing. Like, I've literally never seen my parents argue. Never heard my mama slam a door. My mom has yelled at me and punched me and slapped me, but as far as her and my dad, never, ever have I seen that. So anyone who is under the assumption that because you're in a relationship, you're always going to argue or you're prone to arguing, that's you're limiting yourself as far as your development as a human. You can't just put that cap on yourself and say, oh, well, we're in a relationship, we're going to argue. No. You can compromise and talk things out. Because the one thing you have to realize is that you cannot control another human being like a video game or a car or something. Whatever your partner wants to do in the end, they're gonna do it. So there's no point in arguing and cursing and yelling. Hey, this is the idea that I have. Oh, well, that's not a bad idea, but here's what can go wrong, X, Y, Z. But if you want to do it, go ahead. Because you're all you can do is lace them up. Perfect example. Today, this happened today. My girl been applying for this job through like some sort of temp agency. So the temp agency found her a job in the south part of the town that I live in. And the south part of, I live in Jackson, Mississippi. So Jackson, Mississippi, South Jackson is like the worst part of Mississippi. So I'm telling her like, no, you know, I'm glad you have that job. You know, my girlfriend doesn't need to work. Like we're good with just my income. So she don't need to work. She's got a little money saved up, so she don't need to work. But she just wants to get out the house. Well, you know, I'm like, all right, babe, you know, I'm glad that you got that job. I'm glad that they, you know, hooked you up. But that's not a good part of town. You know, when you're there, keep your head on a swivel. You know, if the company's not very professional when you're there, then you don't have to go back. And don't feel pressure to think that you need to work. Okay. I didn't tell her, oh no, you're not getting no job because that's in a bad part of town. My girl is from a super small town in Missouri. She's from Jamesport, Missouri. And I know it can't be over 3,000 people in that town. I know it can't. It's super small. Jackson, Mississippi is like 80-90% black. There's no black people in Jamesport. There's maybe one or two black people in Jamesport. Like, it's like complete opposite. Super country. There's no like McDonald's or none of that. Jackson is the biggest city in Mississippi. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm telling her, like, yo, like, people get killed all the time in Jackson. Like, it's not somewhere you just go and just trust everybody and just make a bunch of friends and everything is so cool. No. There are a lot of little 19, 18-year-olds running around here with bullet wounds and carrying guns with long clips. So it's not... But I didn't tell her, oh, no, you're not going to work there because you need to get a job in a different area of town. No. You're going to get the job. Keep your head on a swivel. Don't trust anyone. Don't make any friends. On your break, pack your lunch so you don't have to ride around looking for food. You'll be all right. Do your job, come home. If it's not professional when you get there in the workplace, then don't subjugate yourself to that because you're a better woman than that. And I left it at that. Because I know there's nothing I can say to stop her from going to that job. I can threaten to kick her out, all that stuff. But I love her. I'm not gonna kick my girl out. I cannot do anything to stop her from going to that job. Shy of slashing her tires and taking her bank account card, so she can't catch no Uber. But I'm not, that's the only way I can. You can't control a person. Like, it's not what a relationship is about. A relationship is not about controlling your spouse. So communication is very key. Another key thing about relationships is being supportive. That ties right back into the story I just had. Even though I didn't agree with her getting the job in the location, I still supported her. And here's another example. So my girlfriend, she grew up in the way that her family dynamics were like, women are not, they're not, the men in her family don't program the women to think that they can do anything. They program their women so that they're very submissive and they have to be, there are things that you can't do as a woman. And we all know that that's false. A woman can do anything a man can do. So when I got with my girl, I noticed that, and I immediately started to undo that. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm, cute enough to wear that. No, girl, you're fabulous. Wear that. That's beautiful. You want that? Man, grab that. You're gonna wear it. You look nice in that. She put on something. I'm taking pictures of her. That's cute. Let me take a picture. You look good today, girl. Or, well, I really like to cook, but I gotta get a job at a cooking someplace good. No, you can start your own business. You can start your own bakery. My girl can bake anything. You can start your own bakery. Putting thoughts in her head to make her think, oh, well, yeah, maybe I'm not just a woman, because that's what they've trained their women to think out there. And it's sad because, and then the women, they don't leave, they don't do anything extra, they just work in the kitchen and raise the kids. And I mean, it's like, I definitely feel that women are better at rearing children than men are, but that's not all that a woman is. So be supportive. Like I told my girl, I'm gonna start making YouTube videos. I'm gonna get 1 million views. Her first thought process through subconsciously being tuned to not be able to do things was, her first response was, oh yeah, good luck with that. Because she's taught in her head that she can only do so much. She can only be so little. Whereas me, my mom and my dad are black. You know what I mean? So they're not going to tell me, oh yeah, you're black, you can't do this. They're telling me, nah, you can do anything. They didn't want slaves to read. Now you can read, so you better learn how to read good. There's nothing you can't do. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing. So my mindset is, if you can do it, I can do it. If we sending people to the moon and bringing them back, ain't no way I can't get 1 million followers on YouTube. That's nothing compared to sending somebody to the moon and coming back. Or I could do anything. So it just shows you how being supportive, you have to be supportive to your partner. If your partner's talking about stealing or robbing or scheming, no, don't support that. Do not support that, YouTube. No, please do not support that. Mike, please do not support that. Another tip about dating, this is gonna be very, very controversial. A lot of people, initially when I say this, a lot of people are gonna be like, whoa, they're gonna be taken back by it. But give me a chance. I'm going to explain myself. When you first get into a relationship, do not trust your partner. I can't stress that enough. Like, I literally told my girlfriend when we got with her, my mom's name is Monica. Your name is not Monica. I do not trust you. You're not my mom. That's the only woman I trust, is my mom. Period. And some folks can't even trust their mama. So you can't trust your partner. I have a sister. My sister starts dating a guy today. I don't want her to trust him. No. Now, I've been with my girlfriend for, like I said, for almost a year now. Or I don't know if I said that, but we've been dating for almost a year. Shit. I mean, I'm sorry. You might as well call it a year. So look, she's starting to gain trust in me. Like, I trust her enough to go to this job and tell me, okay, well, here's the professionalism of the job and here's where I didn't feel so comfortable. Versus her lying to me and saying, oh yeah, everything was so perfect, just because she wants to keep the job and she knows that I'm particular about her working there. So I'm building my trust with her, but I still, I don't 100,000,000% trust her. I'm always gonna double check and reiterate what I said and double check on her, because I'm still, but it's getting there. But initially, when we first started dating, I told her, like, straight up, I don't trust you, and you shouldn't trust me. Why would you? You just met me. You don't know me. When you first start dating, do not trust your partner. Trust is gained through time. That's where a lot of people get messed up. Even, like, a lot of my friends, like, I have maybe like 3 homosexual male friends who I can call and talk to on the phone or hang out with in public. And I tell them the same thing. Hey, because for a homosexual guy, it's hard to find a partner. Because, guys are not, and girls say this a lot, guys are trash. And it's not just so, it's not being like negative or dark, but it's like, just look at the numbers. Okay, if you have 10 guys, okay, if you have 10 guys, let's just make the numbers small so we can do the math very easily. If you have 10 guys, 5 of those 10 guys are not going to be your type. You might have a race reference. You might have a height reference. You might not like short guys as a woman. All women don't like short guys. A lot of women like tall guys. That's just how it is. They're just not, they're not going to give that guy the time of day because he's short. So if you're 5'5" and under, which is a large percentage of men, all men aren't 5'5" and up. My dad's like 5'5", 5'4". I'm tall. I've been taller than my dad since I was like 14. So my dad is a short dude, and he only likes tall women. All his baby mamas are tall. My mom is almost 6 foot. Like, it's crazy. So people have height references. People have race references or preferences. People have size preferences. Some girls only like bigger guys. Some girls only like buff guys. Some girls only like skinny dudes. So of those 10 guys, 5 of them are not going to be your preference. Okay? And then of the 5 who you might consider dating, let's just say 2 of them have a girlfriend. and you don't want to be with a guy who already has a girlfriend. So that leaves you with 3 guys that are your preference and are single. So of those 3 guys, one of them's gonna be homosexual. So that leaves you with 2 men. And now of those 2 guys that you could potentially date because of their outer features and their relationship status and their sexuality, that leaves you with 2 dudes out of 10. Now, one of those 2 dudes, or maybe even both of them, are gonna be super crazy. So your dating is not easy for anyone. So if you're a homosexual guy or a homosexual girl, the same way. But I think it's more for homosexual men because it's easier to be an openly homosexual woman. So for homosexual women, it's easier to find mates. But for homosexual guys, a lot of guys are in the closet, so you're not gonna know that they're gay. So as a homosexual man, finding a mate is gonna be really hard. So that's why I say do not trust anyone, because it's so hard to find quality people to date. Like me, I'm a very genuine person. I'm very kind. I've never been a thief. I don't look at people and see what I can get from them. I've always made my own money. I've always did what I had to do for myself to make sure I was straight. I didn't have to step on anyone's toes. So for my girlfriend to trust me would be a lot easier. But if I'm the same guy who I am, but my sister is not my sister, or if I still have my sister, let me just say, and there's a guy who's just like me, and she starts dating him, I don't want her to trust him, because my girlfriend didn't know, oh, he's so genuine, he's so kind, until she's been with me for a little while. She's like, wow, this guy's actually a good guy. He never talks about doing anything sketchy. Yeah, it's because I don't live that lifestyle. But I wouldn't want my sister to just, oh, you can trust that guy, man. He looks real good. He talks a good game. You should trust him. No. When you're first dating, do not trust anyone. Trust is built. Another thing with dating, do not overprotect or baby your significant other, especially if you're the financially dominant one. Don't take all the responsibilities into your own hands. Don't make it to where, like, you know, they're completely dependent on you. You can't trust them to do anything. No. You know, give your partner tasks to do. Even if you're even if you're managing, don't micromanage them. Say, hey, this is the task that I want you to do. We need to get this done. Do you think you can handle it? And let them do it. Let them jump out there. Because if you baby him, you're doing everything. You're always, you know, making the phone calls. You're always, you know, doing the bank transactions. You're always paying the bills. You're always, you know, taking the car to get details and all that stuff. You're always doing everything. When the time comes for them to finally do something, they're gonna freak out and panic. So split the responsibility. Don't baby your partner. It's a difference between pampering someone and babying them. If you're financially the financially dominant one in your relationship, and your partner is fine with submitting to you financially and not trying to, you know, further her education or become like employed, like higher than what she is, like, or he or she is, you know, it's fine to, okay, babe, you know, You don't have to work if you don't want to. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. It's fine to do that, but still give them a responsibility. Hey, babe, you got the debit card. Can you go ahead and call this company for me? Go ahead and pay this bill. Or, hey, babe, my car needs to go to the shop. I only need an oil change. Go there, put your foot down, tell them you only want an oil change. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, babe, there's some information on the table. I need you to take a good picture of it so I can read it. I left it there. Can you take a picture of it and send it to me so I can have the information on hand? Don't be like, oh, well, let me go home and get that because I don't want my girl to mess up the picture. No, give her the responsibility of doing that. It's not something, it's so huge, but it's getting them in a role to where, hey, I'm helping. I'm in this. We're a partner. I'm doing what I'm doing what I gotta do. Especially for younger couples. Like now for older couples, I'm not an older couple in a relationship, so I don't really have tips for that. This is more for younger, new couples. 1 year, 2 year. Yeah, man. Give them responsibilities. Give them small tasks. Especially if you're the financially dominant one in your relationship. Another thing that's, it ties in with that. Don't, if your partner is financially dominant and they want to pamper you and they want you to live a certain lifestyle as far as like not having to worry about working, not having to worry about bills, that's all fine and dandy. But if your partner is financially stable and y'all are making it, but he's not telling you he doesn't want you to work. He wants you to work, but you don't have to. Don't be lazy. Don't be a bum. If you're a guy and your girl works, don't be a bum. Like, if you don't want to get a job, when your partner gets home, male or female, the house should be spotless. If you're a guy and you're in a relationship with a woman and she's financially dominant and you're not working and y'all's bills are paid and your wife can cook really good, hey babe, what do you feel like eating tonight? If you can't cook and she says she wants chicken to eat tonight, when she gets home, that chicken should be thawed out. Hey babe, I'm about to go ahead and get dinner started. What should I do? So that way, when she gets home, all she has to do is take her shower, get comfortable, or if she doesn't want to, she wants to cook before she showers, everything's already out there. Everything's already ready for her to do it. You're not just at home not doing anything. Take her car to the car wash, or go clean her car outside if you have, if you're able to clean cars where you're living at. Do the small things. Clean up the house. If your partner is working and you're not working, there's no reason your house should not be clean. That's called laziness. If you guys are both working, that's perfect. That's fine. Just work with each other. If you guys both work and you're off Mondays and Tuesdays and she's off Wednesdays and Thursdays, Mondays and Tuesdays are your days to clean, cook, make sure everything's good, do the laundry, go do a chore or something. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays when she's off, boom, she does the same thing for you. Work together. Don't be lazy, especially if you have a partner that's, decent and you want to keep them and they're financially stable and you don't have to bring anything to the table as far as finances. and you don't have to work a job, oh my gosh. Clean the house, cook the food, and you could be at home on the internet making money every day to show. If I didn't have a job, I swear on it, I swear I would be making so much money on the internet, man. There's literally videos of people starting from a penny and making $10,000. And it's not even taking them a whole year or nothing crazy. It's taking them like a month or two, if that. So everyone who's talking like, oh, well, you know, bro, if you have Wi-Fi, and especially if you have a computer, come on, bro. There's so many ways to get things done. Just don't be lazy, man. Work with your partner. Yeah, man. That's about all I got for y'all, man. My girlfriend's like, oh, you shouldn't do long videos. I like doing long videos. I like watching long videos. And I'm pretty sure there are people who do this who like watching long videos. I'm going to post some short ones, like the Tekashi video. That was short because it's not really a lot to talk about. I just wanted to say that he's the GOAT. And I knew people, and there's someone in the comments that are triggered about it. Dude, you're still triggered about people saying 6ix9ine's good? Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother video. Alright, y'all. Peace. Love. Just be easy.